Hi, so today I'm going to be making a fancy card. This is the first one. I'm going to try to make this into a series. That's why I called it fancy card number 1. I'm first starting off with this card base. It's just this blue tealish color card base, and I just had those 2 extra scrap papers that are just some POW or the Twinkle Glitz glitter paper from the Die Cuts with a View. So I have this Hero Art stamp, background stamp. It's a tiny star background stamp. I inked it up in Teal Zeal ink from Memento, and I'm just stamping that onto my blue card. Now I just want that right half to be for sure covered, and just to make sure that I can easily overlap it with the paper, so I was very generous with inking up the whole stamp. So now you can see there it stamped out pretty good. You just want to make sure that you stamp it out really even pressure and that you get all the little stars, because it's kind of important to get all of them. So now I'm just going to put that on the side. I'm going to die cut this piece out of white cardstock using this Sizzix Stackables. I think this is the labels too. And then I just cut the bigger label out of black. So now with this smaller white one, I'm going to be using this stamp from the Hello Sunshine stamp set from Gina K Designs. I'm making up in that same Memento Teal Zeal ink. I'm just going to stamp it onto this white label. Now I purposely stamped, this color doesn't really match the cardstock very well, but I just stamped it. I knew that I was going to stamp this flower in this color, so I decided that I would stamp the stars in the same color just to make it match, and it would kind of bring in the color, because I'm also going to be using some twine and a button that would kind of match this color scheme. So as you can see there, I'm just going to later mat that together. So now I have this Just Because stamp. This is from this Doodlebug and Sizzix stamp and die set. I want to color this, but I wanted to make sure that I can get the even coverage. So what I'm going to do is I took out this scratch paper, and I'm just going to be using this little piece on the side, but I want to make sure that I get this even coverage, so that's why I'm going to color it before I stamp it and die cut it. So I use that Summer Sky Memento ink pad. I'm just going to take out a little bit of the Teal Zeal and just do a little bit toward the bottom, again to get that ombre looking effect. So now after that, I'm going to take out my VersaFine ink pad and stamp with this Sizzix and Doodlebug and Hampton Art stamp set and stamp and die set. You want to make sure that this quality stamp isn't the best, so you have to use VersaFine pretty much if you want to get a perfect image, because it's really hard to use these kind of stamps. They're not the best quality, not like Lawn Fawn or the regular Hero Art stamps, so you're going to have a little bit more difficulty using like Memento inks and stuff, stamping it out if you want it to be a little bit perfect. So it's up to you, but that's just one tip. So I just die cut that using that matching die. It makes a little edge, and then I use my circle punch. I got this little button. I tied that little bow of twine, and then I'm using this dimensional adhesive, this dimensional foam adhesive squares, and I'm just gonna adhere that right onto my flower right in the middle. And then once I get it centered, I'm just gonna adhere that white piece onto the black piece. I'm not sure if I already did that. Oh yes, I did. And then I'm just gonna take out my card, and I'm gonna start assembling my card. So first thing is I have this, and I decided that I'm going to be using this polka dot glitter paper from, again, Die Cuts with a View, and I was just deciding what placement I wanted. I'm going to put it right in the middle, and then I'm going to take out just I'm going to take out my corner rounder and corner round this top and bottom corner, right corner, just to make it look so that they know that you open it on that side. I like to do that for certain cards to make it so that they know for sure that they're supposed to open it from that side. Now I'm just going to take this tape runner, and I'm just going to adhere it, make sure it's really sticky, especially because it's glitter paper and it's a little bit harder to stick down. So now I'm just going to adhere that to the edge of my card, make sure it's centered and everything. And then I'm going to take out my strong scissors and my sharp scissors, and you're just going to want to cut off that excess. Now if you have any trouble with this, you just gotta either use a sharper scissors or something like that. Now, the one trouble is that sometimes you don't do the adhesive all the way to the edge, and then your paper is going to start to lift up. So you're going to want to, after you cut it or before you cut it, make sure that you have enough adhesive all the way to the edge. So as you're going to see here, I'm going to lift up my glitter paper, and I'm just going to put, you can use your tape runner and just do a little bit, and that should be good. And then you can just try to line it up and make sure you get it flush to the edge. So now I'm just going to use my adhesive again and just adhere that to the middle of the card. So now as you can see there, it's a pretty dimensional card. And then now I'm just going to be adding these clear rhinestones. So these are that same Darice rhinestones from Walmart, and I'm just going to adhere those and into 3 places and 3 rhinestones in each place, just to make it that odd number to make it look better. So as you can see there, that's almost the finish. I'm just going to be using the Wink of Stella glitter brush pen in the clear, and I'm just going to do it right over this just because. And it's just going to make that paper shine a little bit more and make it look a little bit better. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please leave your comments below. If you want to see any of other cards, visit my blog at micascrafts.blogspot.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.